No secret that when it comes to the economy, Vice President Kamala Harris is underwater in the polls with the American people in virtually all of them. President Trump trounces her when voters are asked who they trust more on economic issues. And that is most likely why Vice President Harris unveiled some new economic proposals at a speech in New Hampshire earlier today, focusing on small businesses. She said that she wanted to raise the tax deduction for small businesses, saying that it would, quote, essentially a tax cut for starting a small business. However, she also wants to raise the capital gains tax rate from its current spot of 23.8% to 28%. So is this new strategy, as championing herself as a fighter for small business, going to help her? Well, with me to discuss more about that is the Executive Vice President at the National Taxpayers Union, Brandon Arnold. Brandon, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Amanda.
All right, Brandon, she's on the map. She might be all over it, as we joked about in the commercial break, but at least she's on it for that. Can we be grateful?
I guess so. You know, on one hand, you have tax increases and price controls. On another hand, you have this business startup deduction, which is pretty sound policy, actually, when you're talking about helping businesses start up, afford those huge costs that they have to face at the offset. You know, that's solid policy there. She's also talking about rolling back occupational licensing restrictions, which I think is actually really good policy. That's something that folks on the right have championed for a long time. You have all of this regulatory red tape that prevents companies from getting into businesses. They just try to protect incumbents, block out startup companies, and really make it hard for workers to acquire new skills and jump into new professions. So that's really positive, which is really hard to say because we've seen so much in the way of left-wing nonsense from her, going back to her days in the Senate and even before, when she was a champion of Medicare for All, the $35 trillion and counting program, when you talk about even more recently a 28% corporate tax increase, which would be really harmful for American competitiveness, let alone workers, and harmful for inflation. So she is, like I said in the commercial break, she is all over the map here as she tries to find some resonance with center-of-the-road voters.
Yeah, I mean, co-sponsoring the Medicare for All bill with Senator Bernie Sanders, who, by the way, she is considered even further left of. But she's flip-flopped on so much, Brandon. I mean, whether it is the protection at the border, building a border wall, whether it is her views on energy, Medicare for All, you just brought up that example. I love the idea of increasing the tax deduction for small businesses and effectively wiping out the cost to start a small business, because I think that's necessary in this country. But I don't buy it, because her history on economic policy isn't anything close to any of these beneficial incentives.
Yeah, it's like she's almost like she's looking at these poll numbers and realizing she's underwater when it comes to economic issues. And guess what? When you talk to voters, the number one issue facing them right now is the economy, it's inflation. And she realizes Trump is beating the snot out of her on these fronts, and she's got to do something about it. So she's doing the right thing for a politician to do. She's trying to tack to the center to show people that she's not some sort of squad or Elizabeth Warren style progressive, that she actually cares about small businesses. Whether voters believe it or not, I don't know. But it is nice to hear something other than the left-wing drivel, which we've mostly heard, certainly from this administration for the past 3.5 years. It's interesting to see her try to separate herself from Biden, even as she wants to raise the capital gains tax, which is horrible policy. She wants to do so at a lower rate than what Biden is calling for in his budget. So she's trying to distance herself from him, which makes sense. He's a very, very unpopular politician, as we all know.
Yeah. All right. We just got about 45 seconds left. I saw this analysis out of Goldman Sachs that said that Kamala Harris and Democrats would be better for the economy going forward than Donald Trump. The numbers don't really reflect that. What ground are they standing on?
Well, I think they're looking at a lot of factors here. You know, I think Trump's tax policies are far superior to what Kamala is offering up. Even with this small business tax deduction, it's nothing compared to the 20% deduction across the board for all businesses that are structured as pass-through entities, as well as a lower corporate rate. She would undo most, if not all of that. So I think that's a huge advantage. I'm a low tariff guy, and I think a lot of the folks like Goldman Sachs probably would agree that tariffs do raise taxes on consumers, on workers, on small businesses and large businesses alike. So perhaps that's what they're reading into it. I haven't seen the study yet, but low taxes, low regulation, we're getting a lot more of that from the Trump campaign than we are from Kamala, certainly even as she has tacked toward the center a little bit just in the past few hours.
Yeah. Well, look, Goldman Sachs might say the Democrats are better for the economy, but the American people certainly are not feeling that way. So I don't know how we're going to split hairs on that. But Brandon Arnold, Executive Vice President at the National Taxpayers Union, thank you so much for joining me. Always great to have your insight.
Thanks so much.